Hey guys, hope everyone is having a good week so far. Today I will be discussing about guarding your heart. We'll be reading Proverbs 4:23 that says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." Today I want to tell you about 3 tips to guard your heart. The first tip is prioritize guarding your heart. The Bible verse says above all else, so that gives a sense of priority. It's telling us, you know what, this is something important that you need to do. This is something that you need to take serious. This is something that you need to pay attention to. You need to give it priority. By guarding your heart, what does it mean? And it's not necessarily about, getting away from sin or trying not to sin, trying not to curse, all this stuff. No, it's mainly about, what are you feeding your heart? What are you feeding your soul? What are you feeding your mind? Sometimes it may be so easy with our everyday lives to just not give it such an importance and just think, you know what, it doesn't matter. Like you don't pay attention to what's, being brought into your mind and into your soul, into your heart. But you need to prioritize. You need to make sure that every day that's one of your things that you ask God, you know what, God, protect my heart. Protect my heart, because it can be so easy for somebody to just come in and hurt me, somebody just come in and disappoint me. So we need to prioritize. Tip number 2, it says, take out the trash. There's so many things that we let our hearts, be filled with. Now, when I think about taking out the trash, there's always that person that has that car dirty. I always have drinks. I always have bags of food. And sometimes it's like you just leave one thing there and then you're like, okay, I'll come back to it. I'll get it later. Next thing you know, you have like a bag full of trash in your car. What is trash in our hearts could be, that negativity, disappointment, that anger, that hurt, things that we've allowed people to just come and dump into our hearts. It can be bitterness. It can be pride. It can be so many things that just come and dwell into our hearts, and we don't even realize it, but it starts building up and building up. Sometimes it can be just with a hurtful word from a friend, and then next thing you know, you're just completely shattered and you're completely disappointed at this whole world. But it's because, you've allowed to all these things to just take place into your heart and allowed for every single thing to just come and break you completely. So we need to learn how to just clean it out. You know what, God? I don't want to be bitter. It's so hard sometimes that I'm just like, I'm not going to be grumpy today. I'm not going to let anyone bother me. And then you start off good, and then next thing you know, someone's over here telling you all these things and you get annoyed. And you're like, God, I was trying. But you know what? Go ahead. Keep pushing. Keep trying to, get rid of every single thing that doesn't belong there. So learn to clean it out. Do a Marie Kondo thing on it. One of the things that she says is once you clean out the trash, once you get rid of everything, then you feel at peace. Then you feel like you can enjoy your home. Then you feel like everything's under control. The same thing with your heart. If you clean it out, if you get rid of everything that doesn't belong there, you're going to feel like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm fine. Step number 3 is fill up on the truth. Fill up on God's word. Fill up on God's presence. Fill up on God's peace. How do we do that? One of the easiest ways is just pray. Even on a simple car ride, just keep God in your mind and keep having that communication, because that's what God's wanting. God's wanting for us to have that relationship with Him, for us to be speaking to Him about what's going on. I encourage you today to just pray to God about it and tell Him, you know what, God, I don't want to have any of these things anymore in my heart. I don't want to feel bitter. I don't want to feel angry. I don't want to feel anything that I'm feeling. But you know what? God has the power to remove that from you. So I invite you guys today to pray to God about it. That's the lesson for today, guys. Keep tuning in. God bless you.